So first, let's look at the trends that are having the biggest impact on all our businesses. Customers demand what they want, when and where they want it. So historically, the retail paradigm was to get the customer to come to you in a physical location during preset times. Now consumers have the ultimate control, and forcing them to a specific place in time is no longer a relevant experience. They want an all-access pass on their own terms. So like Twitter, our lives have become a series of truncated sound bites that we communicate in shameless ubiquity while we're multitasking. Think about that. News is digested in real time, and information becomes dated as soon as it's delivered. It's getting harder and harder to break through and get someone to pay attention for more than a nanosecond. And this has been particularly hard for marketers and all forms of traditional media. So when I joined HSN, everyone asked me, are you going to go high-end, low-end, luxury? And what I answered is, when you're in 94 million homes, niche is not the way to go. So the key today is to be both eclectic and aspirationally accessible, and provide the consumer with options that work for their lifestyle and give them access to those options on their own terms. So that could mean a flat screen TV one day, a hanger the next, or it could mean a $600 handbag with a $29 sandal. We need to reset our mindset and embrace the new world of consumer centricity. Transactional relationship will not engender loyalty and long-term value. Customers want an experience that they can engage with and resonates emotionally. And women, in particular, want their needs understood and expect and demand intelligent, relevant, and respectful communication. Today, she's empowered, and the opportunity is actually to empower her further through ideas and creativity. And we're surrounded by the familiarity of the famous, not just the larger-than-life celebrities themselves, but the full economy around them. The hairdressers, stylists, makeup artists, designers, chefs, and even psychics. Additionally, the wave of reality shows, YouTube phenomenons, and talent contests has redefined who we even think of as a celebrity. In addition, all of us have become voyeurs, finding immense pleasure at getting a peek behind the curtain, whether it's on a reality show, on TMZ, or in Star Magazine. And there's an overwhelming amount of choice of products, retail messages, and promises, but at the same time, there's an equally overwhelming lack of differentiation, hence this impotence of abundance. I know it sounds oxymoronic, but it's true. The power today lies in curation, not being everything to everybody, but curating distinct and relevant products and experiences that can actually enhance people's lives. And that leads us to trust. Transparency and community is critical in today's world. Being perceived as a trusted authority, or a place where trusted authorities are available, is a significant competitive advantage. To illustrate, the #1 most utilized tool for consumers on the web, just behind search, is user-generated product reviews. Consumers want a forum and expect us to give them the opportunity for inclusion. In addition, the core values of a company, or lack thereof, have now become critical factors in a customer's purchase decision. And they're more discerning. We've moved from a culture of status and abundance to one of more thoughtful decision-making around the acquisition of products. Value is not about the lowest price or the biggest discount. As a matter of fact, the true definition of value is about fairness, quality considered worthwhile or desirable, and or a product's worth in usefulness or importance to the possessor. What do you do when you create products that will enhance people's lives and exceed their expectations? Unfortunately, many people are trying to strip things down and offer less for less. Conversely, what customers really want is a premium experience at a fair value. And if you disappoint a customer today, they will never come back, and you've damaged your brand. So now let's look at the trends in technology and transactional innovation that, coupled with the consumer trends, are creating this new environment. Broadband internet has become ubiquitous and has fueled the explosion of video on the internet. About 30 billion videos are viewed per month, with YouTube accounting for approximately 60%. And these viewers are balanced in terms of gender and age. It is not just young teens watching videos. Everyone is. 4 years after its initial launch, HSN still has the only live 24/7 interactive shopping application in the U.S., and it has proven to be both an engagement and a customer acquisition tool. I'll talk more about this proprietary technology later. DVRs and TiVo are quickly becoming more popular, with a projected 43 million households in the U.S. by 2014. Studies show that people with DVRs time shift 40 to 60% of their TV viewing when they have a DVR. So ads are being fast-forwarded through, or worse, often skipped entirely. Facebook has capped a year of phenomenal growth by overtaking Google's popularity among U.S. internet users. In a sign that the web is becoming more sociable than searchable, Facebook's membership has more than doubled in the past year, passing the 200 million mark last April and reaching 400 million in February this year. Social networking continued to gain momentum in 2009, with nearly 4 out of 5 internet users visiting a social network site in December 2008. The activity now accounts for 11% of the time spent online in the U.S., making it one of the most engaging activities across the web, according to a new study by ComScore. Membership-based private sale e-tailers, which sell designer goods at discounted prices for limited time periods, are growing rapidly, with Gilt Groupe, Haute Look, Rue La La, and their French rival Bon Privé making significant inroads into the online retail space. For example, Gilt Groupe, which launched in 2007, now boasts 2 million users worldwide, of which 78% are women, and 2010 revenue is expected to reach $500 million. The recent success of this model has now led to a number of retail shops and technology companies working to either acquire or build private shopping cells of their own. Daily Candy recently announced the launch of their private shopping club Swirl. Saks and Neiman Marcus are now offering their own flash sales to compete in the market, and eBay is experimenting with eBay outlets. However, I still hear people dismissing this as a trend and not realizing the massive direct-to-consumer war chest that is being created by these membership sites that can then be leveraged against many other concepts. These are powerful marketing sites just like HSN, not just commerce sites. I'll talk about our private sale and event-based efforts and why the psychology of acquisition of the customer is actually similar later in the presentation. Online gaming is also growing in popularity, and if you think about it, it provides the same rush and escape as a private sale experience. 65% of American households play online and video games. 40% of those playing are women, and 26% of those women are over age 50. According to market research firm ThinkEquity, the 720 million online social gaming market is expected to at least double and will be over 1 billion by 2010. Of the 50% that play games regularly, 57% are earning or spending virtual currency daily. Women also have high engagement in mobile social networking and commerce. 55% of women are engaged in mobile social networking, according to Nielsen, and despite the perception that teens spend every waking moment on a mobile device, the leaders in mobile social networking activity are 35 to 54-year-olds, who accounted for 36% of social networking usage. Consumers will spend $6.2 billion in 2010 in mobile application stores, and advertising revenue will be in excess of $600 million. Mobile application stores will exceed 4.5 billion downloads in 2010, 8 out of 10 which will be free to end users. Worldwide downloads in mobile apps are expected to surpass 21.6 billion by 2013. That's a staggering number. So what does all this mean for interactive retail, and why are we very excited to be leading this effort at HSN? So for those of you who aren't familiar, I have a confession to make. Prior to HSN, I had no traditional retail experience, no television experience, no experience in many of the categories of product that we sell, and had never been in a direct-to-consumer business. And as it turns out, that was an advantage, not a disadvantage, coming in as the 8th CEO in just over 10 years. But having spent the last 30 years working for such great brands as Nike and Ralph Lauren and Tommy Hilfiger, and sometimes still being frustrated with the experience of how product was presented in traditional retail formats, I knew that the fact that these consumer trends and technological developments were happening at the same time presented a unique opportunity. The vast direct-to-consumer reach of HSN, the explosion of video on the web, the emergence of new and interactive platforms, and our ability to both own and create content would enable us to control the end-to-end experience of both communication and product, and could be a powerful differentiator for HSN and for brands. If we could then make that content more engaging and more lifestyle-oriented, it became clear that the content and commerce model of HSN could be a significant competitive advantage if we leverage all our assets across multiple channels to bring brands and products to life. In the mid-90s, Jack Welch created the definition of a boundaryless organization at GE, and it was transformational. Today, HSN is defining what a boundaryless retailer should be, where the goal is to develop utmost flexibility, adaptability, and responsiveness to change, facilitate the free exchange of information and ideas, remove barriers, and replace them with interaction and networking, encourage collaboration and strategic alliances, and leverage technology and innovation. 3.5 years ago, I stood up in front of our organization and said that our new vision was for HSN to become an original brand experience that's a disruptive force on the retail and cultural landscape. A little crazy and a bit of a bold statement at the time, but it became a rallying cry and ultimately a movement within our company that has allowed us to get to where we are today.